UFC 316 is not a night that Julianna Peña and Sean O'Malley will be keen to remember. Both of them coming up short in their championship fights. Of course, first of all, it was Peña who lost her women's bantamweight title for the second time during her career. This time, it ends courtesy of a Kayla Harrison submission in the second round. It was largely one-way traffic. We saw exactly why the odds were what they are, with Peña being a absolutely gigantic betting underdog as the champion, and she just really didn't have much in the way of answers. Her most effective moment of offense was an illegal up kick that cost her a point to pretty much put her in a very deep hole she could not escape out of, and then eventually Harrison got her in that Kimura, ended it, and puts Peña in a pretty tough spot here. Of course, she is a name. She's a two-time champion. She's accomplished a lot, probably surpassed the expectations of many for her career, but now she is definitely on the outside looking in. Well, Harrison will move on to a fight against Amanda Nunes, and she's kind of left to go back to the drawing board. Nothing out there that screams intrigue. I think you probably give her to someone like a Norma Dumont, who's on the way up. If you want to go an Alien Perez, you could do that too. If you really want to do a rematch with Raquel Pennington, I'm sure Pennington would love to do that, even though it wasn't the most fascinating fight last time it happened. So there's options out there. We'll see if Peña wants to continue on, if she wants to try to make another run to get, a trilogy fight with Nunes if she claims the belt, or a rematch with Harrison at some point. And then in the main event, many more questions around what happens for the future of Sean O'Malley after he loses even more definitively than his first fight in September against Dvalishvili, and so many changes were made, so much spotlight and focus was put on what would happen with O'Malley in this one, where he had a full training camp. He wasn't healthy. He made all these radical changes to his personal life, and does not pay off. He definitely had moments of more resistance, landed some good strikes, showed some good defensive grappling in there, but ultimately not too much and not enough to stop Dvalishvili from snatching his neck and getting that choke, and now putting him on back-to-back losses for the first time in his career, and is putting him in the spot that I think we were all worried he would be in this weight class now, with 2 defeats to a dominant divisional champion. It's a tough one. I think a lot of people say maybe he goes up to 145 featherweight. This didn't make me feel like he's going to have a ton of success there with the bigger guys. You probably just rebuild and try to get some wins, and maybe you make yourself undeniable for a third fight, like Max Holloway was with Alexander Volkanovski at featherweight. But it's going to be a lot of work, but still guys out there he could fight, he could do. He said he'll definitely be back. I assume he'll be back in this weight class, and we'll see which direction they go, but this was a critical hit to the star power of O'Malley, the potential greatness. I think we can say now he's not that guy that is going to be going over the moon, but he is still a talented fighter nonetheless. So disappointing night for both, and as Julianna Peña and Sean O'Malley, you come out of this with no belts at UFC 316.